8-year-old son
Nearly
dead in his
6,000 took their
bedroom.
own lives.
Gabriel
13-year-old Rosalie
out
out there in
from
share her own life after bullying left her to sleep with the damn
7 months later,
This has a tremendous effect.
Reynolds spoke with the
Cincinnati
Cincinnati.
This is a story of a guy who found himself and his passion in spite of getting bullied in high school. Born in a small city of India called Chandigarh, also known as the City Beautiful, he was a notorious child, as every other child is in their childhood. One day, his parents decided to move from India when he was still finding himself for his better future. They decided to move to USA, the land of dreams. This country looks beautiful and easy from home, but was so different from his home. They landed in Albuquerque, New Mexico, from where my friend Abhishek Mehta's journey started.
Hi, my name is Abhishek Mehta. I'm a student here at the University of New Mexico, majoring in Masters of Business Administration. I was raised with an upbringing of an Indian culture, but yet, when I'm around in the schools around my friends, it's an American culture. So it was definitely hard to adapt to these two different worlds you're kind of competing with at once. And even to this day, my mom says, we still don't know if you're really Indian or if you're really American or if you're neither. So the culture is definitely mixed, and I still think we're still learning today even more on how to really know what it means to be either really Indian or really American, and what this culture really even is. So I went to high school at La Cueva High School, Go Bears. I went there from 2010 to 2014. I graduated. I think in the beginning it was definitely a little struggle, because sometimes you're always seen as the different brown kid over there. So the brown kid with the long name, the hard to pronounce name. So I think at first when you're like a freshman or a sophomore, sometimes you get teased a lot, or you get bullied a little bit, just because you seem different. Bullying or teasing, harassing, whatever you want to call it, I think a lot of students face, and there's definitely been a pandemic, even if you want to call it, of teasing or bullying. But for me particularly, I think it started right even when I came to the U.S. I remember even the effects of 9/11 were still even present during my high school days. You heard things like terrorists all the time. You heard things like go back to your country, of course. Those were common. I would get into fights often in high school. It's whatever. I think it's unfortunate, and it's sad, but it's something that you have to kind of get used to and adjust to, and you have to learn different coping mechanisms to fight it. And ultimately, I found one of the things that made me kind of the most happiest, or was one of the best kind of coping mechanisms for me, was music. Music was something that I would almost kind of religiously hear ever since growing up. I think everybody always has a fondness of music, whether it's any type of genre of music. But for me, I started writing music around high school time, and I would just do it for the fun of it, just as a hobby. Just write like freestyle raps with my friends. Sometimes we have like these ciphers where we do like freestyle rapping, and it was fun. I didn't think much of it, but as I started to get more and more deeply involved with it, I started finding more and more a passion for it. It was just a very, very unique and fun experience for me. Just kind of something that would let me be unique and be me. I started to play around with even different genres of music of my own culture, whether it was Punjabi music. That's something that I had grown up listening to. Punjabi and Hindi music. And, I just started trying to keep learning the basics of how to make beats. How to study music. Where to put a verse, how to make a hook, how to make a chorus, how to make a bridge, just learning different aspects of music. And I would just play around with these two different type of things. Yeah, I think the main reason it helped me is just, it made me kind of just forget about everything. I think once you find a passion that you really enjoy, you can really escape in that passion, and you can make it your own new world. And so you forget about the world around you sometimes. So, whatever you're going through in life, whether it's, bullying or a tragic event in your life, or anything personal going on with you, once you find yourself in a passion or something that you really enjoy to do, you just get lost in that world. I see that effect, you know, when I'm around people. I'm just more lively. I'm more comfortable with who I am as a person, and I can talk freely around people.
So, this was a motivational story for me and many others who go through situations which Abhishek went through. Abhishek is now living his life by making and producing new songs each day and following his passion because he found himself in love with music. So, never give up and find yourself and your passion.